White House release published Wednesday, August 6, 2025. Addressing threats to the United States by the government of the Russian Federation. The president has issued a new executive order in response to ongoing threats from the Russian government. This order builds on previous actions to address Russia's efforts against Ukraine and U.S. national security. The national emergency declared in earlier orders remains in effect. Russia's actions continue to pose an unusual and extraordinary threat to the United States. To address this, the president is imposing an additional 25% tariff on imports from India. This is because India is found to be importing oil from Russia, either directly or indirectly. The new tariff will apply to Indian goods entering the United States 21 days after the order, with some exceptions for goods already in transit. The tariff is in addition to any existing duties or fees, unless certain trade laws apply. Some articles are exempt, including those listed in legal provisions and prior orders. The order allows for further changes if new information arises, or if other countries retaliate. If Russia or affected countries take steps to address the emergency and align with U.S. policies, the order may be modified. The Secretary of Commerce and other officials will monitor whether other countries are importing Russian oil and may recommend similar tariffs. The Secretary of State will also monitor the situation and recommend further action if needed. The Secretary of State is authorized to take actions needed to implement this order, including adopting rules and using all powers granted by law. The Secretary will consult with other key officials and may delegate these functions within the Department of State. All executive departments and agencies must take appropriate steps to carry out this order. The Secretary of Homeland Security with the U.S. International Trade Commission will decide if changes to the harmonized tariff schedule are needed. These changes can be made through notice in the Federal Register. U.S. Customs and Border Protection may take necessary steps to enforce duties or actions under this order. Definitions are provided for Russian Federation oil and indirect importing. Russian Federation oil includes crude oil or petroleum products from Russia, regardless of who produces or sells them. Indirect importing covers purchases through intermediaries or third countries, if the oil can be traced back to Russia. If any part of this order is found invalid, the rest remains in effect. This order does not limit existing legal authority of executive departments or the Office of Management and Budget. It will be implemented according to law and available funding. The order does not create any enforceable rights or benefits for any party against the United States or its officials. The Department of State will cover publication costs. Signed by President Donald J. Trump at the White House on August 6, 2025. Thanks for listening. The full source material for this summary is in the description below.